You're broke, or you don't have enough cash to spend on. You know what, scratch that. You're broke. You managed to buy a console or a laptop or maybe build a decent PC, but now you're completely broke. I mean, flies out of your wallet, bro. You start to think of how you're gonna get games to play cause you didn't think of that before making that sweet deal with Brad George on a PS4 with 2 controllers. Oh, but you got a FIFA 17 in addition. But wait. You get tired of playing FIFA 17. Now you're broke, you're tired of playing FIFA 17 and you're still thinking of how to get other games to play. This is one long intro, no cap. What's up guys, it's kenstacks and I'm here to introduce you to the Broke Gamers Guide. These are just tips that I've compiled for you to enjoy while spending little, like reasonably little, not that much. First one on the list is F2P games. Well, this goes without saying cause they are literally free to play. They're free. These are your COD Warzones, your Warframes, your Fortnites, your Dotas, your LOL, your Paladins, your Apex, your Brawlhalla, your Smites. There are a lot out there that you don't need to spend your money on before you can play. Unless you are trying to look like you're trying to go for a carnival. And just as a counter, if someone tries to make the argument that these games don't look like, you know, the big dogs, Destiny 2 is also free to play and that game looks amazing. Like, what? People spend a lot of time on these games alone and you can too at no cost. But there is a caveat though. Most of these games, not all of them, are online only. And well, you know these guys. As for the access to play these games for free without extra cash, you can play F2P games for free without an online subscription on PS, PC and Nintendo Switch. Unfortunately for Xbox users, you will still need an Xbox Live Gold to play F2P games, which technically doesn't make it free to play anymore. With that being said, if you can't get used to that lifestyle, well, may I introduce you to itch.io and GameJolt, aka I just need some games to play. This is kind of a PC thing, by the way. So some people have asked me where I find my weird games to play on my channel cause they are so something. First off, I used to watch a lot of YouTube Let's Plays and they played a lot of weird games. So I decided to look into it and turns out most of them get their games from itch.io. Itch.io is like a marketplace for indie games, but if you ignore the market side of things, you get a place for free games. They have a lot of indie games that makes you feel like who made these sometimes, but they are also interesting. There's also GameJolt, which is basically like a bougie version of itch.io. It has a more cleaner UI, but it's kind of the same thing. I mean, you get free games, so yeah. Now, if you're not interested in these, then you better start praying to the EGS gods or game giveaways. Humble Bundle and Steam, even though they rarely give away games, they give away big games. Sometimes. For example, Humble Bundle gave away Death Rally that one time. Steam dashed out Injustice, Gods Among Us, yes, the first one, about close to a month ago. And GOG gave out Hitman Absolution and Shadow Warriors 2 that one time. The Uplay basically throws out Assassin's Creed games like there is no tomorrow. If you follow Cheap Ass Gamer on Twitter and keep your eyes on their posts, I'm sure you'll find some free games popping up in there once in a while. Now, like I said, even though they give out free games, it's rare. Very rare. That's where Epic Game Store comes in. This started around 2018 where they used to give out one game a week. So if you stick around, I'm sure you would find some good games for free. I mean, the last time they gave away GTA 5 for free. Just like that. Checkpoint. You've been scavenging for free games for some time, but you want more, right? You've saved up some cash to get some good games that you want and not just some random games. If you have, then let me introduce you to sales. The Steam Store, PlayStation Store, Nintendo eShop, and Xbox Store pretty much have a section of their store dedicated to just deals. And these are just the game clients reducing their prices. Humble Bundle also has these bundles that are usually theme based with a bunch of games bundled together for really cheap. Fanatical also does similar too, and as a cute little bonus, you can switch from dollars to its Ghana cedi equivalent, which saves you the hassle of, using a currency converter. Now these are just everyday deals, but what we are really waiting for is seasonal sales. But before we get into that, I need to explain something first, just in case some people get confused. You see, unlike our seasons here in Ghana, where we have 2, out there are 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer and autumn. Keep these and their dates in mind because they are really relevant to this section of the video. Summer sales is when schools go on vacation, so the market makes sure to make games as low as possible for everyone to get. But wait, there's more. The other big one himself, winter sales. This is where the low of the low comes from. This is like showers of cheap. By the way, there's usually a sale before that for Black Friday, so you might want to keep your eyes on that too. Checkpoint. This is where subscriptions come in. So how do I explain this? How subscriptions work depends on the type of subscription you are on. You either get to 1. Pay a certain amount per month for access to a library of games within that month. These are your Xbox Game Passes, your PlayStation Now, your EA Access, and your Uplay Plus. Or 2. Pay a monthly fee and in exchange you get a select number of games from a collection that you get to keep forever. This is the Humble Bundle's way of subscription. Xbox Game Pass is available on Xbox for $10 and on PC for $5 for the first month, and then after that you pay $10. That's like 60 Ghana cedis. If you have both an Xbox and a PC and you want to game on both, they do have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which gives you both subscriptions, the PC version and the Xbox version, plus Xbox Live Gold, and you get all of them at $15. That's like 90 Ghana cedis per month, that is. PS Now is the go-to subscription for PlayStation users, going for around $10 a month with similar features as the Xbox Game Pass. There is a version for PC, but that involves you streaming your games if you are into that. EA Access gives you access to games made by EA, so that includes and not only to Star Wars, Battlefield, UFC, and FIFA. I know I had it right there. This costs around $5 or 30 Ghana cedis a month and $30 for the year. Its PC alternative is Origin Access, which splits their prices into 2 tiers. A basic, which is the same as the console prices, that's $5 a month, and a premium, which gives you access to EA games released at launch for PC for $15 a month. You can also pay $100 for the entire year for Origin Access Premium, but I think you are better off with the basic version. But that's just me anyway. Uplay Plus gives you access to Ubisoft games on PC, so that's the Assassin's Creed games, Far Cry, For Honor, Prince of Persia, and a couple of others. That goes for $15 a month and is by far the most expensive one given its value. I mean, a whole console is giving you a booty of games for like $10 and you want us to pay $15. If you don't get yours. There are a few cons with these subscriptions, and that is if the game gets taken off the library and you are not done with it, you have to buy the game to continue the game itself, which leads me to the second method. You pay a monthly fee to select a number of games from a collection that you get to keep forever. Humble Bundle offers a subscription called Humble Choice, where you subscribe at a monthly fee ranging from $15 to $20, and you get to select up to 9 games from a monthly collection of games that you get to keep forever. There are also yearly subscriptions, but it also has its cons. What if in one of those months you don't like any of the games that were in the collection? Checkpoint. We are done with the getting games for a price side of the guide, but now you want to buy the games. There are gift cards. Now, as to how you get those, you can either buy from the console or PC marketplace using the credit card. There are third-party stores in Ghana that sell gift cards like Digital Store GH, which is a website dedicated to gift cards alone. GameJolt Store also sells gift cards and you can find them on Twitter and Facebook. Play Arena also has a mini store that you can check out on their site. And you can also contact Amtrak Store via WhatsApp, or you can find them on Twitter and maybe Facebook as an option. Now, if you can't afford all that money alone, you can find a fellow close broke friend and just share accounts with them. You can share a game account with a friend and split the cost. It's just a matter of whose accounts you will buy the game on and what game or subscription you will buy, cause no one's taste is the same. Obviously, this goes without saying, the account the game was bought on gets to keep the rights to the game. And if you decide not to share games anymore, well, guess who gets to keep the games? Xbox has a feature called Home Xbox where everyone on that console gets to play games bought from one account. If you have 2 or more consoles, just enable Home Xbox on one console and the person gets access to your library of games whilst you get to play the games on your console too. PlayStation and Nintendo also has Game Share and it works similarly to the Xbox method. Just replace, home Xbox with primary console or primary PS4. For PC, Steam has family library sharing, where you can share your games to up to 5 accounts and they get access to all your games. Now they all have their cons, like on PC and Switch you can't play the same game at the same time, and on other consoles the secondary console might probably need an internet connection before he gets to play the games. Now I can't get into all the details, but I'll post links in the descriptions to articles for each device that shows you how to do it and the pros and cons for you doing it in the first place, and some extra little things that you need to know. Checkpoint. These are just ways a broke gamer can survive in this cold harsh world of gaming that I can think of, but those might not be the only ways. I might have missed some tips that you know of, and if so, feel free to share them with the community in the comment sections down below. Thanks for watching to this point. Hit that like if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you want more of me, I guess. Anywho, I'll see y'all later. This is kenstacks signing out. Stay safe, guys.